is if you can imagine this rough stick figure of an abdomen. Here are the legs, here's your rib cage, here's your belly button right here.
Okay.
The two of the main muscles of your abdominal wall are called the rectus abdominal muscles. They run from your pubic bone down here all the way up to your rib cage in the center to this is called the xiphoid process, which is the kind of the tail of the breastbone. Okay, so the rectus abdominal muscles run this entire length. They're paired muscles. There's two of them, a left and a right side. Okay, they are connected by a very thin line of connective tissue called the linea alba, which literally means white line in Latin. And during many sort of general surgery operations, you'll see, if you've ever seen someone who had general surgical operation for their intestines or for a gallbladder many years ago, a lot of times they'll go through an incision right in the middle. And the reason for that is because it separates the muscles instead of cutting across them. During the process of pregnancy, the two rectus muscles, which normally lay exactly next to each other, parallel and in tandem, will spread apart. That's to allow the uterus to grow inside a woman's body. After the pregnancy is complete, the muscles will spring back together. Sometimes they spring back together completely, and sometimes they don't. And when they don't, what happens is the area of the linea alba, the white line, gets stretched out and thin. And when it gets stretched out and thin, it becomes attenuated and very thin. And oftentimes there will be a bulge or a weakness in between the two muscles, and that is a diastasis. And that is one of the main things that we fix when we're doing a tummy tuck. Okay, so if you go in and then reline those back together and sew them together permanently, if and when you have a subsequent pregnancy, they're not going to be able to pull apart as easily. And so what will happen is your abdominal wall will stretch out, but it won't stretch out in that location. And this is the location that the abdominal wall is meant to stretch out during pregnancy. That's why it happened. So what will happen is the other layers of muscle will stretch out. You'll be able to carry the pregnancy, but it won't be the same as it was prior times.